So this is the Chirpyest team. I'm Jordan. I am the social media manager. I've been working with the company for it's going to be 3 years in October, which is crazy. Emma, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Emma Kisner. I'm the executive assistant here at Chirpyest, and I've been here for like 2.5 years, I think. So yeah.
And I'm Bianca. I'm the marketing assistant here at Chirpyest. I've been working around sometime in between Jordan and Emma, so about the same time.
We are a small team at Chirpyest, but we are growing, which is exciting. And today we have two co-hosts, so Pamela and Sydney. Do you guys want to introduce yourself? I'm going to start with Pamela.
Hi, everyone. I am Pamela. I go to the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York, but I live in New Jersey. I'm going to be a junior next week, and I do social media on the side, content creation, work for brands, and my fashion blog.
Awesome.
Hi, I am Sydney. I am a content creator. I live in the city. I've been doing content creation probably for about 5 years now, taking it seriously. I would say like since COVID around. And I'm super excited.
Awesome. So this is just a quick overview of what we're going to be discussing. We're going to do a quick Chirpyest intro for those who aren't familiar with the site. And then we'll do a quick Q&A with the host, get to know them. You guys can also ask questions during, or we also have a Q&A at the end. And then we're going to do a content idea brainstorm, which I think will be really cool. And we'll talk about social media strategy too later on. So a little bit of everything. Okay, so instead of doing a video, we're actually just going to do a walkthrough of the site, which I think is so much easier. Can you guys see, or are you still seeing the presentation? Okay, awesome. Emma, do you want to just take it from here?
Yeah, so this is Chirpyest. This is your homepage as a logged in member. So with Chirpyest, there's a bunch of different kind of cool features and aspects that you can use on the site. So if you go to the shop little tab right there, so on Chirpyest, you can shop fashion, home, beauty, lifestyle. And then there's also a little, so this is like our clothing tab. You can go ahead and shop any of those items by clicking shop there. And then you can also search for different items. So if you were looking for something specific for content, say you were making a blog about a bunch of different like green chairs or something, whatever you were looking for, or white sofas, you can, maybe there is no green chairs. White sofa, white chairs, a bunch of different white sofas and chairs are going to pop up for you. So it's easy to kind of source for content that way. And then we also have our brands page. So here you can shop. We have over 800 brands that you can kind of browse and shop from. Our cashback goes up to 30%. So you can earn up to 30% on these brands. If you download the extension, it's super easy. All you have to do is click activate and you'll be given that percentage of your purchase in cashback. And then we also have the Chirpyest, which is a really cool feature. So these are our shopping boards. So anybody as a member of Chirpyest can create a shopping board. So what you're going to do is you're just going to add items to your shopping board. So I kind of use mine as like a universal shopping cart. So whenever I'm looking online and I see something that I like that maybe I'll buy later, I kind of add it to a shopping board. So I just got an apartment, so I've just kind of been adding a bunch of stuff with that. And then you can also use it for content. So if you want to kind of push out any specific items to your followers, you can do that with a shopping board. And then if anybody purchases from your shopping board, you'll be able to monetize off that and earn the cash back on it. And then we also have the blog, which Jordan and Bianca create great content on. So you can browse there for any inspiration as well. And then we have our create share link, which allows you to create an affiliate link from a single item. So say you were looking at Lululemon and you were loving an item that you were seeing on there and wanted to share it with your followers, or you were wearing it and wanted to send it to someone because they really liked what you were wearing. You can send them a link to that item using our create share link. So you're just going to copy the link and then paste it into our create share link tool, and it'll populate a share link that has tracking that you can share with your friends, family, followers. And then we have your account, and we also have your shopping board. So in your account, you can see how much cash back you're earning. Jordan's been shopping a little bit, so she has some cash back there. And you can also see all of your account details there. So yeah, that's just a little bit about Chirpyest.
Any questions? Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna close out all my tabs. Okay. 1 second. All right. All right. So the reason I actually handpicked, how do you pronounce your name? Pamela. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm saying it right. Pamela and Sydney is because they offer a lot of great tips for influencers and people who are looking to become content creators. So I thought they would give great insight for those who are interested or those who feel like they're struggling or just frustrated with social media. I'm sure we all have gone through phases with social media of loving and hating it. So my first question, you guys kind of touched upon it a little bit, but when did you become a content creator and why? Pamela, you want to go first?
Yeah, I started the month that I graduated high school, so June 2020. And I originally just wanted to start a fashion blog, but then I was like, if I'm going to promote this blog, I might as well just start posting on Instagram too, to kind of like gain attraction to that as well. So I started posting on Instagram June 2020 with my blog. And then the following year, like 8 months later, was when I started TikTok. So March 2021, I was like, I'm gonna start on TikTok. It took me a lot to gain like confidence to start being comfortable in front of video content. And I started out with just fashion content, but then I noticed that there was definitely a lack of transparency.
Shut the have it open because he does fireworks. And I believe it's like air conditioned or whatever.
So, el aeropuerto ese está más cerca de ese estadio.
Yeah.
There was a lack of transparency with content creators, kind of like being open about how they get brand deals and stuff. So I was like, I'm going to kind of like mend that bridge and try to give as many tips as I can. And it's been a journey ever since.
Awesome. Sydney?
Yeah, I feel like is kind of like a similar story. I started a fashion blog my senior year of high school. This was before like TikTok was even a thing, or Instagram was kind of a thing, but it wasn't really, influencers weren't super like popular, I would say. So I just started posting my outfits. In college, I always the same thing. I majored in fashion, so I always like to post, what I was wearing, and I would always tag my brands. And I kind of created an Instagram from there. But I really did start taking it seriously probably towards the end of COVID and really being consistent with how much I post. And then I got into TikTok, and for the longest time I could not grow on TikTok. I like did not understand the app. I didn't understand what to do on how to grow. And that is, again, kind of the same thing. I was like, okay, there needs to be somebody who talks about creator tips and not gatekeeping anything. And I felt like just being honest and transparent with how a small creator, especially a creator who balances a full-time job as well, tries to monetize off of social media.
Awesome. So I'm always curious when I ask this question to content creators, because everyone always has a different answer, but do you focus on your aesthetic or storytelling when it comes to creating content? Sydney, you want to go first?
Yeah. Okay. So I feel like my Instagram and TikTok are very different. I would say on my Instagram, I am all about the aesthetic, like as far as I'll plan my feed out. I swear I'll look at those little grids for like hours, just deciding where like it's toxic, where I want to put like my specific photo or whatever. And on my stories though, it's very raw and like just whatever I want to do. I don't really put too much thought into it. As far as TikTok though, I feel like just that platform in general is so much more like raw and all about the storytelling. Something could perform extremely well on TikTok, but not do well on the Reels algorithm at all. So for me, I don't focus on an aesthetic at all for TikTok. I just really focus on, okay, I want to make sure that somebody's learning from this piece of content.
Great. Pamela, you wanna go?
I totally agree. Like, I feel like every app like has their own like audience with what they're looking for. And on TikTok, I feel like people want to see like a more relatable person. Like you get to see like your favorite celebrities like just doing a TikTok dance, and it's like that is like fun. Like you want to see that on there. And then on Instagram, I feel like I'm not like super aesthetic. I look at it more as like a photo diary, and I kind of just post like what I ate for breakfast. This is what I wore today. This is where like I'm going today. Or like if I'm on vacation, like I'll just post that. But definitely Instagram is more TikTok is more storytelling. Instagram is more like photo diary.
Mhm. Right. I'm just curious, do you guys always repurpose your TikToks onto your reels?
I honestly have found that my TikTok audience wants something different than what my Instagram audience does. So I'll definitely use like similar videos and similar clips, but I wouldn't post I would say like a minute long TikTok of me explaining like Reels bonuses versus on Instagram. Like I would post more so like me walking down the street in an outfit. So I would say I repurpose different parts, but I don't necessarily post everything on Instagram that I do on TikTok.
I totally agree. On Instagram, you could have a video, like you could post a TikTok that did so well. And then on Instagram, you could get like so many hate comments on it, and it'll be like the complete opposite of what you thought it was gonna go. So it really is like two different audiences.
I noticed that too. Why is the comment section on Instagram so hostile?
So mean.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
I've been hearing that, and I feel like everyone is just like favoring TikTok over Instagram now anyway.
For sure.
So you both have talked about like working with brands and helping smaller creators reach out to brands. So I'm curious to know what's your favorite brand that you've worked with? What was like your process when working with these brands? And then also what is your dream brand to work with? Who wants to go first? Either one.
I'll go first.
Okay.
Recently, definitely Giorgio Armani or Mason Margiela. I got like some perfumes from them in the beginning, and then now Armani kind of sends like makeup like on a monthly basis. And the process with that, so it's actually through an influencer platform called Collectively Inc. They reached out to me in the beginning of the year, and I signed up for it, but I never got like any of the mailers from them. So then I just made a TikTok like talking about how other people can sign up and get the mailers, because it wasn't working for me. I was like, maybe it'll work for other people. And the video ended up doing like really well, and the brand saw it and they like sent me flowers and stuff. They were like, thank you, like the video did so good. And then ever since then, they've kind of just like had me on their mailer and like have had different things sent out to me. So definitely I was just transparent with my audience. I was like, do you guys want to get collaborations? It's not working for me, maybe it'll work for you. And ever since then, it's just been like so surreal getting the packages. I'm like, I can't believe like this brand notices me, and like it just makes you think of all the hard work you've been doing. It's like it's paying off and it's getting somewhere.
That's awesome. I love free makeup. That's the best kind of makeup. Sydney, you want to go?
I feel like for me, I have had a really like kind of pinch me moment when I got to work with ASOS. I created content for them, and that was a really, really cool experience because I still continue. That's like the number one place I shop, and I've shopped there for years. So that was a really, really cool experience. Same thing with Skims. I am just like a huge Kardashian fan. So working with like Skims, Good American, I'm like, give me all the Kardashian brands. I will promote the heck out of them. And I really, really was so thrilled to do that. A dream brand that I would love to work with. Honestly, I know they don't really do a lot of influencer partnerships, but I would love to do something with Set Active. I just love the quality of their pieces. I love the meaning behind their brand and their values. So I think that would be really cool.
Absolutely. If anyone else wants to ask them any questions about brands and reaching with brands, I actually I have a question for you guys. How often are you guys like outreaching to brands, or do you find that more brands are reaching out to you?
I can go.
Yeah.
So I feel like for me personally, I now so have more brands reaching out to me. I found that if a brand is serious and wants to work with you, then they'll find you. However, I still do like if I see like a cute something really cute on Instagram, and I'll like go on their page and do some research and follow them. And of course, like I still send DMs to brands that I'm interested in. I still continue to pitch myself on brand platforms as well. Just if I see something that catches my eye, but I've found that personally, a brand and it's like mutually exclusive, like they want to work with you, that it always creates the best content.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, same thing. Like I stopped doing like a ton of outreach like how I used to when I was first starting. I would stay up for like I don't even know how late, like hours every single night, just putting together emails, making a media kit, sending it out to brands. And now it's been a lot more organic outreach. And I've noticed that because I like the more that I post on TikTok, the more that I've noticed like a lot more brands have been like, hey, like we just saw you on our For You page. Can we send you like a box of this? And it's a brand that I didn't even tag or like I didn't even mention. They were kind of just like, we saw this. Can we send you this? And can you make like a video if you want? It's totally up to you. So it's definitely been a lot more organic now. But in the beginning, I was reaching out to so many brands. I had like a spreadsheet of emails and I was like, okay, this person answered me, this person didn't. And I would just keep going down. And I would even follow up with them like a few weeks later. I would be like, hey, like I know you said no, but do you have any more like capacity this month for a campaign? So just kind of being annoying, but not too annoying.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I always find because I mean, we're a brand, so we have like a different relationship with other brands. But everyone just I think people don't actually email brands enough. Like people have a lot going on. I feel like the more you reach out, the better. If they don't have a collaboration opportunity, they'll tell you. But I mean, that could change in 3 weeks from the last time you messaged them. So things change. And also keep in mind that August is like one of the worst months to reach out to brands because they don't have like budgets. It's like the end of the summer and like customers are away. And then also keep in mind February, like January, February are also like the worst month. So keep that in mind when you're reaching out to brands. But now like the holidays are coming, so get ready to start reaching out to brands if you are interested in getting paid collaborations.
Yeah, I totally agree that there's definitely like low months in the year. And that's just something that I've had to learn to not necessarily be too hard on myself because that's the thing with content creation is you're your own boss, you're in charge of a lot of your collaborations, and sometimes you could have a really good month and sometimes you could have a really bad month. So it's all of keeping that mindset of like, okay, it's not me. It's just, yeah, it could be the brand's budget, it could be the change of season, it could be so many different factors, and I feel like that took time for me to realize for sure.
Yeah. I actually also wanted to ask you guys, do you like depend on affiliate links for income? Like how often do you use them? I hope you use Chirpyest links. And then I also was wondering, do you work with like Amazon storefront? Like what's that like?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't necessarily depend on affiliate links, but I look at them as the best way of having passive income. So any chance I do get to link something, I do use affiliate links, whether that be, for example, Amazon storefront. I definitely check in on that. And for me, like I don't solely post about Amazon finds. And I do find that you do have to sell a lot of things to earn a consistent, I would say, good chunk of change per month. But I definitely think it's great when you see your PayPal go off and you have some money, extra money come in. So I definitely think that it's a great tool, especially for creators just starting, who may not necessarily get as many paid collaborations that they want. It's a great way to be in control of how much income you earn.
Yeah, absolutely. I also just wanted to add, I don't know if like everyone knows this, but our CEO, Colette Shelton, is like an OG blogger. So like the reason she started Chirpyest was because she noticed that people weren't monetizing their content. People weren't linking, they were sharing cute outfits, they were sharing their home makeovers, but they weren't linking. And there was a lot of missed opportunity to make some income. So that's why she created Chirpyest. So now everyone has the opportunity to make passive income from affiliate links or just sharing their shopping boards. Okay, so on to the next question. I'm always curious about this. I mean, I feel like everyone loves TikTok now more than the others, but how would you rank these platforms for you? Sydney, you want to go first?
Okay, yeah. As far as a growth standpoint, as far as like easiest to grow, least easiest, I would say TikTok's the easiest way to grow. Next, I would say Instagram, just because of bonuses. It is very, very hard to grow. However, I think Pinterest is the hardest platform to grow on. But as far as a user standpoint, I would say Instagram's my least favorite. I just feel like the algorithm is so confusing. It does things that I'm just like, why? I would say Pinterest I love as far as just like I'm on there every day and it's so mindless to me that I love like that creative outlet that it brings me. And TikTok I think is definitely in the middle because I still have like that feeling that like I want to post and be a creator, but I also do consume like TikTok as well. So
What about you, Pamela?
Engagement wise, definitely TikTok and Pinterest. I've had like a few pins on Pinterest go viral and then like your engagement will skyrocket. I don't know. I still don't know how like the Pinterest algorithm works. It's so like people like this, they're gonna pin it. Other people don't like this, they're not gonna pin that. And then also TikTok as well. I've been on it for like a year and a half, a little bit over a year, and I've seen so much more growth on there and outreach from brands than I have on Instagram. And Instagram now I just look at it as like I just post for fun. If I see something cute, if I have an outfit on and I'm like I'm gonna shoot in this, then I'll do that. But I definitely think video content right now is like so big. So for sure, like TikTok.
Absolutely. Do you guys shoot everything on your iPhones or Androids if you have an Android?
yes, I do everything on my iPhone. I feel like I used to like 2 years ago do like I feel like there's a phase that people did like cameras. But I just feel like being out and about, it's easiest to get organic content, especially just whipping out your iPhone.
Same, me too. iPhone all the way.
Yeah, I was curious because I haven't seen people like using their Canon cameras anymore. So I figured everyone. We have a question. What type of account do you have to qualify for Instagram Reels bonus, creator or professional account? I believe it is a creator account.
Creator. Yep. You may be able to do it from a professional account though too. I'm not sure. I feel like Instagram always comes up with like new rules and new different like upgrades or updates. But I'm a creator account, so if that helps.
Yes, we are also a creator account.
Damn.
Okay, what's next? So this I always love asking this question because everyone's different. Oh wait, before someone said my reels have been consistent, but I've never been offered the reels bonus. When do you think is a good time to use a fancy camera, for instance, the Canon? Okay, I'm gonna answer the first one. Okay, so I mean, we have a dashboard that will pop up and it tells us when there's bonuses available. I don't know if you guys also have that. I'm assuming you do. And that usually alerts us when reels, when we're offered the bonuses. But this, I'm sorry, I'm talking about I manage my CEO's account, Coco Cozy, so she gets the real bonuses. The Chirpyest one does not. But I think you don't have to apply. You should just get it if you're a creator account.
Right, yeah, you don't apply. It's a matter of like I really don't know like how they decide who gets it or who doesn't. But you have it for like a month at a time, and then like Instagram decides if they want to keep it for another month, or sometimes they'll take it away. Just depends.
I wonder if they're not offering it to you because you are doing so well. You know what I mean? Because they're not going to want to pay you all that money for getting a lot of views. We're getting a lot of questions. Hold on. When do you think it's a good time to use the fancy camera, for instance, the Canon? I would say if you're doing long form content.
Agreed.
So like YouTube, or if you're looking to get like a really professionally shot outfit, or I mean location, but I think you can do everything on an iPhone now. It's not necessary. Will you guys send the recordings to the meetings? Yes, we are recording this and it'll be posted on our YouTube. We'll link to it tomorrow. Oh, this is for you, Pamela and Sydney. What are your top 3 go-to tips to effectively grow on TikTok? Who wants to go first?
Sydney, you could go.
I would say the top 3 tips to growing effectively are posting consistently, making sure you're creating savable and shareable content, and using trending sounds, niche hashtags, sticking to your niche, I would say are my top 3 tips. I don't know.
For me, I remember there was one month where like everything just like went like uphill. Like I got like 7,000 followers in like a month.
Yeah.
And it was from posting. I think I posted like it was like 5 or 6 times a day. That sounds like really crazy, but like it's definitely doable. I was posting very consistently. I was using really specific hashtags for the video so that if anyone was like searching the hashtag, it could just get categorized in that. And then I also noticed when I have like the same like text on some of my videos, like when someone goes to my page and then they see like the same text on all of them, I've noticed like someone said something in like one of my comments that like it looked like organized or something, or that like it was sort of like a TikTok feed, and that it was like they wanted to follow me because it was easy to read what my videos were about. Like, okay, this one she's doing like an outfit of the day, this one she's talking about that. So I think having a cover with the text that says this is what this video is about, someone's going to be like, okay, this is like what she makes videos about. That's what I've like noticed the best for me.
Interesting. Yeah, I would agree. Writing so many. How do you create storytelling video content? I mean, this is honestly, it depends on your niche, I would say. And I mean, it's totally up to you. I mean, I have a question later on that kind of will go into this, but I think it just depends on what you want to convey to your audience. And sticking with it. You have to be consistent with it. Like, I mean, I've seen people post the same video over and over again, and sometimes it does well, and then sometimes it doesn't do well. So even if you think you have like a good video and you just feel like it should be getting more likes, post it again at a different time, post it again at a different day. I mean, the algorithm's always changing. It might get picked up.
Yeah. Yes.
Does that answer your question? How do you guys organize and plan your affiliate posts?
For me, I don't really plan out my affiliate posts. I just really like when the day I'm posting on Instagram, I'll post that outfit and link my affiliate links with that, or if I get something in the mail and I want to share it, it's very organic. So I don't really plan that out. I think that's what you're asking. I would say that's probably how I do it.
Yeah, same thing. If I am like wearing like a new outfit or something, I post it in like the mirror. I'll be like, top is from so and so, jeans are from here, and then I will link it. Or if someone will like DMs me, same thing. Like I'll just send them like that link too. But it's also very organic. It's whatever I'm wearing or whatever I'm doing for the day, or maybe I like have a TikTok video and I'm talking about like a bunch of different things. I'll make like not a board in my Amazon storefront, and I'll be like, okay, like if you guys like any of this stuff, it's also in Amazon. So I try to organize it like that.
Yeah, and also just something that like we have noticed from like a brand's perspective is the more you guys post, the more money you'll make. I see a lot of people, they'll like do one post like dedicated to like some like a purse that they're like want to highlight, and they'll post it once, maybe twice, and then you'll never see it again. And especially if you're getting a lot of clicks on that item, keep posting it because people are interested. It takes about 7 times before you can make a sale. So I would just keep posting it and don't feel like you're being too salesy because I mean, people are consuming so much information, so much content that they're not going to remember that bag. Like maybe they'll be like, oh, I love your bag. And then they'll like just forget about it and just keep swiping. But then they see it again and they're like, oh, wait, I really like that bag. But then they're like, get distracted by something else. And then they keep going. And then like the third time, they're like, oh, wait, I want to buy that bag. And then they'll buy the bag. So I would also, like, if you're going to plan your affiliate posts, also make sure to repeat them. How do you figure out your niche hashtags? I always get tripped up on them. Yes, hashtags have become a game of their own. Do you guys have advice?
Do you want to go first?
I will do like 3 or 4 hashtags. I'll do like 2 really big ones, like just very like 2 hashtags that a lot of people are using, and then like the other 2 or 3 I'll make them a lot more specific to what the video is about, because anyone could use like hashtag TikTok tips or like hashtag like paid collab tips. But if you go into those hashtags or like watch those videos and see what other people are using and kind of like be more specific about what you're talking about in the video, then I feel like someone who searches that up is going to be like, okay, like this video came up, I'm just going to click that.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what I found that actually worked was it depends on your niche again. I'm gonna say this word like 1,000 times, but in my notes app, I have like a bunch of different like clusters of hashtag groups, and I rotate them. And I did like a 2-week period where I would use like certain ones and then see how they did, and like basically you don't have to make a spreadsheet, but just like record like the data that you find. Like maybe it did really well on like a Monday at 10:30 with these hashtags, and just like keep that in mind. And then the next week you can rotate a different set of hashtags and see how that does and compare them. And then the following week I would alternate and see if it makes a difference or it was just a coincidence. But I ended up finding 2 sets that did really well, and then my other ones did not do well. So definitely do like a period, like a month. I would do like a month of just trying a week of different hashtags, seeing how that does, and then switching it and comparing and seeing if that works for you. But that's like what Instagram has become and TikTok has become. Like you have to like play the game, you have to try it. It's like patience, consistency. And then Pamela, what was that TikTok or Instagram that you posted 5 to 6 times a day?
I was posting on TikTok 5 to 6 times a day.
And they were all like different videos, correct?
Yeah, it was a mix of like some social media tips, some fashion, and I also noticed replying to comments with a video too is also really good. Showing your personality in videos and just like really connecting with your audience. Like a mix of that is everything that I was doing, and I've seen like the best growth from that, and also it's my favorite kind of videos to create.
Awesome. I wanted to know, do you guys batch your content? Do you guys post on like specific days? Like I've noticed on like our Chirpyest account, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays do really well. And then Thursdays and Fridays don't do well for us. So I'm just curious to know. And then also I noticed that 10:30 and 11 a.m. are like prime posting times for us. So what about you guys? Like, what's your process like?
For me, I do batch shoot content. I batch shoot really a lot for my Instagram, so I'll shoot multiple outfits at a time. That's just the easiest way for me to make sure that I have content throughout the week and while working a full-time job. As far as posting times and posting days, I try to post 6 days a week on Instagram. TikTok, I try to post every day. As far as times, for me, what I've realized is that the way the algorithm ebbs and flows so drastically, I don't think that that is necessary or necessarily like true that there's like a best posting time. I think it definitely changes. So except if you're posting at like, 2 a.m. and it's like something like that. But as long as it's like at a normal hour of the day, I feel like it's more about being consistent with that time of day. So for me, I've just found that mornings are the best for me just because I'm up already. I start my day pretty early because of work. And I think my followers now kind of expect to get their content from me earlier in the day. And then it's easier for me because I like to analyze it throughout the day. So by posting more in the morning, I can kind of watch it throughout the day. So I think my best tip for that would be do something that fits best for your schedule and that is like attainable for you to keep up with. And I think as long as you're consistent with it, then that's the most important thing.
I agree.
For TikTok, I batch all of my content for that. I usually do it on Sundays or Mondays because that's usually when I have like the most free time. I will just sit down and like take out a bunch of clothes from my closet, film a bunch of like outfits, or I'll just sit down and like look through my comments. And if I see like the same question repeatedly, I will be like, okay, let me sit down and like answer this like with an actual video talking about it. Or if someone asks me like a very specific question and I'm like, I can't answer this in like a comment, I'll like record that as well. So I find that doing that throughout the week on like one day and then just posting it throughout the week is a lot easier. Instagram is a little bit harder for me to keep up with just because I'm not confident enough to go out with a tripod. Like I can't do it. Like I need to have someone do it with me because I'm just so shy still. So I either have to have like my sister or my boyfriend help me and it's like me working around their schedule. But I want to use a tripod one day and just like do like 7 outfits in a day and like be like that girl.
That's funny. And I would say, what is your number one tip for someone who's just starting out as a content creator?
I I would say you don't need a ton of like fancy equipment to get started. You don't need like a ring light or anything. It's really just about getting videos out there and then like worrying about like all of that stuff later, just learning to get comfortable in front of the camera. And also one thing that I struggled with like so much when I was starting is that I was really scared that people were going to judge me or like people that I knew were going to be like, this is so embarrassing, like what she's doing. So definitely just put all the negative thoughts out, even like writing down your goals for like 6 months to a year from now, like write it all down, think about how you can get to that, and then just work like straight towards that. Who cares if like people are like this is embarrassing, or like you're not really like a content creator, like any of those like hate comments, I would just go right towards your goal and think like, where can you be 6 months to a year from now if you really just start posting, and worry about everything else later.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. Totally, you just kind of have to take that out of the window, because I think that, you know, by being consistent, you will grow. You will grow, trust me, and your hard work will pay off. So don't worry about what other people have to think. For me, I would say the biggest thing is to find your niche and create content within that niche that you would like to save as a consumer. So is this something you would save? Is this something you would comment on? Is this something you would like or send to your friends? I think that's the most important thing. And that, same thing. It doesn't take a fancy camera. It doesn't take an aesthetic space. I think the most important thing and what TikTok has taught us, if anything, is that anybody can go viral. So that would be my number one tip.
My favorite saying is, it's only cringy until you're successful.
Exactly. I cringe at myself all the time, but I just go with it,
And I feel like, honestly, once you get started, you get used to it.
Yeah, totally.
And then like you honestly, yeah, like you just have to get started and do it and just like get over that embarrassing part, because then everything's gonna start like flowing and it's gonna work out for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we're gonna go into social media strategy. So this question is for everyone. When you want to post, you want to become a content creator, every account, every content creator should know what their mission is. So like, what is your mission? What do you want people to learn from you? What do people want to be inspired? Like, how do you want people to be inspired by you? So does anyone struggle with this? Like, does anyone struggle with like their niche? Do you guys like flip-flop back and forth? How long did it take for you guys to figure out like what you wanted to talk about? Do you guys like want to talk about like just how you discovered like what you were interested in? Sydney?
Yeah. So for me, I really was just always interested in fashion. That's something that I just did for fun. And I think that's like the most important thing when finding your mission is, what is something that you actually enjoy doing and talking about? Because if you want this to become a career, or if you want to monetize off of this, you're going to be doing it for a long time. So it is kind of like a career path in a way. But I think along the way, like what I tell my clients is like, you will find what sticks. And from there, that's kind of how you'll navigate the next month or whatever. So don't be too set on, oh my gosh, I can only post fashion content. That is what I'm interested in, and that's all I'm going to post. I just think it's really important to kind of be experiential with like what you are posting, different styles, different types of lengths of videos, everything, and seeing what does well. And then from there, kind of like you can tweak your mission. I don't think it needs to be like concrete.
Mel, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, definitely you don't have to just stick to one thing and like be under like one umbrella. That was what I struggled with too in the beginning. I was like, I want to create fashion videos. I go to school for fashion, so I was like, this is what I'm going to make videos about. But then over time, I was like, you can go on Pinterest for that, or like everyone I felt like had their own creators for like what they wanted to like look for fashion. I was like, let me do like a little bit of also social media tips, and let me do like a little bit of lifestyle too. I also mentioned in some of my TikTok videos, like having sub niches is so good. And that also helps you when it comes to brand deals, because you're not just only doing fashion brand deals, you're also working with like probably other brands that you really love. So it also opens up so many opportunities for you in the long run.
Absolutely. Also, I would just say, if you if you want to stick to one niche, be careful because my friend's roommate went viral because she reviewed chicken Caesar wraps around New York City. And now she's like stuck reviewing chicken Caesar wraps. And she's like, I don't want to like keep having to eat a chicken Caesar wrap every day. So be careful what you wish for too if you're just like looking for one niche, because you have to make sure you really, really love it and you can talk about it endlessly, or in her case, eat it every day. Okay, so this is the strategy that Chirpyest is going to be doing. So if you guys also want to try it out with us, this is for Instagram, and it's for like engagement and organic growth. It is like a long game. It's not going to be like an overnight success. So this is what we're going to do. We're picking a niche. And remember, like the more niche, the better. So if you are fashion, like go like into like sustainable fashion or like minimalistic fashion. Find something more narrowed down. And then what you're going to do is you're going to find 7 accounts that have that niche that you are obsessed with, that you think are nailing it, and that they have your desired audience. You're going to turn on their notifications. And now for the next month, you're going to study them. You're going to see when they're posting, what their behavior is. And then while you're doing that, you're also going to be interacting with them. So you're going to be commenting on their posts. You're going to be commenting on their stories, DMing them. What you want to do is you want to make yourself valuable. You want to make yourself visible. So when you want people to recognize you and see your opinion. So when you're commenting, don't just like compliment them. You also want to add something that's helpful, that is of value. So people, when they're looking, they'll see you, they'll probably read your comment, and then that's more eyes on you. And that's more people who are going to be curious about your content. So that's what we're going to be doing. And then we're going to be tracking and analyzing. And then while you're doing all of this, you're also training the algorithm. So now they're going to associate you with this kind of content. So this is what we're doing. Does anyone have any questions about this? I'm kind of excited to start this. I know everyone has an interesting relationship with Instagram and the algorithm. So I'm curious for myself to see how this does. I probably will take about like 6 weeks to start seeing results. So if you have the patience and you want to try this, go for it. We're going to also be doing an update during our next digital event. So I'll tell you guys how it's going, if I think it's working, and if or not. But knowing the president of Instagram, he's going to do something. He's going to make some kind of announcement that's really going to make me happy. Any questions before we start brainstorming for fall? No? Okay. Bianca, do you want to take it from here?
Yes. So believe it or not, me and Jordan have already been planning content for fall, even though it's still not out summer. But yes, time for fall. So here's some things that we've been brainstorming. One thing to keep in mind next month is Hispanic Heritage Month. We're already working on a blog highlighting Hispanic creators, brands, designers. And then, of course, the first day of fall is officially September 22nd. And I feel like everyone's already getting in the mood. I'm seeing people on TikTok lighting their autumn candles and all that stuff. So
I was just telling Emma that I saw a Halloween pop-up store already.
oh, I went to the mall maybe like a few weeks ago and there's already like Halloween stuff out. The candles, I smelled one was vampire blood, smelled great, but I'm like already like it was the beginning of August.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
I'm not either. But some fashion trends we've been seeing is European chic, kind of just like the basic, the white tank is coming back, minimalism, jeans, button-down shirts, mini skirts. I feel like they've been trending in summer, but that's going to continue on into fall with boots, of course, because what would fall be without boots? Cargo pants and parachute pants. As far as colors that aren't like neutrals, we're seeing bold blues and greens or even like light blues as well. Reconstructed suits and sheer black tops. I've also been seeing a lot of sheer like maxi dresses as well for fall, so we shall see if that continues on. And then some home trends or ideas for September: warm tones, earth tones, minimalism, organic materials. Oh my gosh, Jordan, I'm going to say this wrong again. Houndstooth. I was practicing pronouncing this earlier. And then continuing with the pops of blues and greens. And one thing to keep in mind, as far as home trends or just home in general, as if you guys either if it's a main source passive income or if you just like to have it on the side. I know a lot of people post links for like fashion and beauty, which you should, especially if people are asking, but don't forget to post links of like any home pieces you have. If you're like moving into a new apartment or someone just asked, oh, like, where's that couch from? Because typically home items are like couches and furnitures are more expensive. So the more of those you're linking, the more commission you're getting from them as well. So just another thing to keep in mind.
Okay, so now we're gonna open up the floor, and if anyone wants to ask the creators questions, does anyone have any questions about Chirpyest? We'll answer anything. I know you guys already asked a lot of questions though. No? No questions? Wow, are we gonna end this like on time for once? All right, no questions. All right, that's it for today, guys. If you guys end up trying the strategy that I just posted about, let me know, like DM me on Chirpyest. I would love to like help you guys out with it too. But I want to thank our co-hosts. Thank you so much, guys. I feel like this was really insightful. I hope it helped the influencers and content creators who are struggling or just want more help. But that's really it. So thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you have a great rest of your night.
Thank you.